Welcome to another exciting edition of football analysis right here on SEETV. I am yours truly, Amalaba Kerad. I'm going to be talking about all things happening in the world of football from the just concluded international break and to club football that will be resuming in a minute, and some of the games that we're expecting to see, and we'll talk a bit about Nigeria as well, friendly, and what we did not do. So, guys, make sure you let us know what you're thinking as well across our different social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are there at CTV Live, and on TikTok and Instagram, we are at CTV Live 1. I'm not doing the show alone, as you possibly guessed. I've got with me Ayabiaja Ibrahim, aka Easy Baba, and together we'll be talking about all things happening in the world of football.
Number one. Well, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Nigeria didn't make me smile over the weekend, but nothing we can do.
We move, yeah.
We move.
Let's start with Nigeria now, shall we? Let's start with our game. I mean, charity and grace beginning now.
Our people included.
You're right. So Nigeria, we had our friendly against Algeria. We had the should I say the friendly before the friendly?
Yeah.
Nigeria against Algeria. B, we played out a 2-all draw, and that game I was not impressed. Were you?
At all. The 2-2 game was, we were below par, but at least we showed more panache regarding them. Well, less the what's it called, the main friendly, because that was like a preamble to the main friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
And the preamble to the main friendly, at least, was even there. To an extent, there was more cohesion.
Yeah, it seemed like we looked a bit better. Yeah?
Yes.
But no, okay, maybe it's just all right. So just in case you're wondering, the friendly before the friendly against Algeria B, we played out a 2-all draw, and the actual friendly against the Algeria big boys, we played out a 2-1. All right, so Algeria 2, Nigeria 1. We went ahead as early as the 9th minute, courtesy of Terry Murphy, and we showed some great. We played great attacking football for the first couple of minutes, and we seem to have lost the plot a couple of minutes afterwards. Riyad Mahrez converting from the penalty spot, of which Algeria did have a penalty shout, of which your thoughts about that? The first one, though, we all agreed it wasn't a penalty. Yeah.
Penalty. The guy dived like he was jumping into the pool, so that was a big dive. So that wasn't the penalty. Great call by the referee. The main penalty, I am actually not really going to blame the defender, because he was doing his job, trying to protect his goal line. So the attempt that actually caused the penalty was skyrocketed by the player, but at least you make an attempt. That one is a legitimate penalty.
And they got it, rightfully so.
Trust Mahrez, sent my guy to Kurudu.
Talking about Riyad Mahrez, it's been a thorn in our flesh for the past few meetings that we've had with Algeria. Nobody can forget that free kick against the same keeper, Francis Uzor.
No, against Daniel Akpeyi, actually.
No, he was Akpeyi, and we're also different keeper, but same result.
Same result, same set piece.
Yeah, from the spot he converted. And let's talk about that goal from Yusuf Atai. Okay, I think that says it all, right?
Okay, because on the norms, I wanted to rant for as long as possible regarding our goalkeeping issues. We have been having goalkeeping issues like for almost a decade now, and it is unfair on us. Are we trying to say that as much as we have players scattered around the world, as much as we have our national league here, forget the fact that our national league is having issues, we have quality players for days, although there is no enough exposure these guys have. The coverage on the games we are playing in our league is very, very minimal. How many players do we really know?
We don't even get to see them.
We don't get to see them. So we have that.
I'm sure we have more than enough. I'm sure we have people that can give the boys currently in the team a run for their money.
Not a run for their money. You send them out of the team. That is the honest truth and plain truth. Because I don't understand. Maduka Okoye, superb as Sparta Rotterdam. Count the times he won Golden Gloves at his club.
It does quite well. I mean, that's a South African club, right?
Yeah,
it does quite well, Kaiser Chiefs. It does quite well for them. And then you come to the league, I beg your pardon, to the national team.
And you all the time you keep throwing blunders and clangers, and every time. Okay, the friendly before the friendly, right? It was Maduka Okoye in goal.
And we saw what he did.
It was the most comical clearance I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, was that?
He trended over. Okay, so let's leave him. Let's go on to the next friendly, the main friendly, right? Uzor came up with his own party. He decided to do the shimmy man. What was it doing?
It was shimmy. You just said it. I mean, it was
the second goal was straight at him.
You should have been able to do
I've
something.
see, my grammar is supposed to be popular because I keep saying my grammar will catch up. But what was this?
Everybody's grammar will, right?
What was this problem?
I don't know really. If you ask me, talking about Nigerians goalkeeping issue, of which we have to move on away from that. We are hoping to come back and bounce back another day.
Amen.
But let's talk about very very briefly Alex Iwobi.
Oh please,
It's
the
been
man
quite
on fire.
exciting.
Alex Iwobi is the man on fire. I'm actually very happy for Alexander. He's been in impeccable form. Are we going to say it's the how would I put it, the season of the Alexandras? Because you know, I'm
So
saying,
let's get there.
let's get there. But Alexander Iwobi is doing beautiful. The friendly before the friendly. Did you see his goal?
It was beautiful.
Amazing.
It was beautiful.
Then he gave the pass to Iheanacho, who dropped the ball for Siri Desas to bury.
Yeah.
But the pass he gave to Iheanacho,
was
I waxed
perfect.
lyrical about that pass for days. Then came the
The actual friendly.
and he still balled. Come on.
Shout out to him.
Iwobi is doing fantastic.
Let's see what he's going to do with Everton this season. Hopefully, they're not going to be embroiled in another relegation
I doubt
battle.
it. With what he's doing for them, for him to be nominated for the player of the month,
It says a lot about his
says
form,
a
though.
whole
About
lot.
his form,
Says
though.
a whole lot. And I'm happy.
I am too. I hope he continues on this form, as well as a host of our boys.
Like Terry Murphy,
Everybody, Desas, like give us something
Desas,
exciting.
yes.
Every one of you just ball.
Onyeka,
For
they
guys
are
on
doing well.
injury, please come back. You know, Umar Sadiq, Osimhen, come back.
on.
All right.
You're expecting
Away
the boys.
from Nigeria and whatever it is that we did over the international break, let's talk about the big boys now in the UEFA Nations League. Let's talk about the finalists, their journey there, and what we're expecting to see from them as well as in the World Cup. Let's start with Croatia now. In Group A of the League A, all right, they topped that group quite comfortably. I mean, they are now finalists. And your thoughts about them in general? How impressed were you with their run of European Nations League?
In a way, they are trying to make themselves favorites to everybody's eyes. Because forget the fact that they have players for days, they have stars for days. The team's cohesion, they are playing beautiful football for us to see. If you are able to break their defense line and they concede, sorry, you did well. You did well. Apart from you did well, only if it is at the 88th or the 90th minute. Sorry, you are going to concede your own goal too, because they are going to come at you with so much force. It is reminiscent of France, when World Cup winning team, the way they attack you and attack you.
They concede and yet the score.
They yet to score. So it's good to see mixture of veterans and the new bloods. It's working very well.
Doing quite well. I mean,
Black
looking
Gold
at the midfield experience, talking about Brozovic, talking about Modric, talking about Kovacic as well. Then you have Perisic somewhere there. It's quite exciting for me with the arrays of stars, the itches of okay, there are a couple of people that don't have itch, but I'm just saying, but you understand. I'm quite excited for them. Seeing that what they did in the 2018 World Cup run to the finals is looking like it's not a fluke.
Yeah, it's looking like it's no fluke. They kept the core member, as in the core,
the heart of
the team. The coach is still there, which is staff. So this is not an overnight thing. This is a process that we are seeing. They trusted the process of that Zlatko, and he's already bringing it to the fore. Look at what Croatia did at World Cup. Look at the way now they are finalists. They are one of the big boys, the top 4 teams in the Nations League final. It's not an easy feat to get to. Let's be realistic.
Considering the caliber of teams that they played against.
So
right there.
They are one of the favorites to win this
Nations
League right now. But that is going to precede the World Cup.
Yeah, right. So let's see what they do in the World Cup, and then leading up to June 2023. And let's talk about the next big boy. Spain are now in the finals of the UEFA Nations League. They are now finalists, winning Group B, albeit not so comfortably, but they did the business over Portugal and they got themselves there.
Yeah, they actually won the league in the 89th minute.
See, Alvaro Morata.
3 minutes more, Portugal would be Portugal we're talking about right now. But the pain, it's part of their name. They gave Portugal pain, and it is actually painful because I felt Portugal was going to do the most. They were at Lisbon. They were going to hold their ground. They did their bit because I think Spain only had a few chances, way lesser than chances than Portugal did. And credit to their goalkeeper Unai Simon. He's been fantastic for Villarreal, fantastic for them. I've said it before and I'm still going to reiterate it. I do not see David De Gea or pending him or swapping him to get back to the #1 spot for the World Cup. This man has been there the Nations League, the world, what's it called, the Euros. He's still there now and he's doing fantastically well. Please retain him. Let him play the World Cup. Fine, the guy's gonna go. You can play second fiddle. When you have played 2 games in the World Cup and you see you have qualified for the rest group, let the guy keep the game. So
That's gonna be quite a call.
no, I love David De Gea, but it's just let us continue.
No, I understand the fact that
Yeah.
Unai Simon. I mean, I didn't mention how many point blank saves he made against Portugal. He kept Spain in it before they eventually got the winner.
And he actually stopped Ronaldo from ending
Alvaro Morata right there. And shout out to them. Shout out to him. But I mean, it's a nice edict to have as a coach. I mean, you have David De Gea, you have Unai Simon, 2 world-class goalkeepers in impeccable form. So it's a good edict.
Very great edict.
Let's move over to Group C right there, where Italy were able to edge out Hungary. That's when I was heartbroken for Hungary because they've been so good. They've lost 1 game. They lost 1 game. They drew 2. But it was looking like they were going to do it. But we're talking about the European champions, and they showed them what they were about. So Italy went.
Yeah. Well, Hungary were hungry, but they were not hungry enough.
Apparently,
yeah,
so.
the people with the pasta came through. So, heartbreak for Hungary, honestly, for Zalai, for the ref, for the likes. But this is what Italy is all about. They did not qualify for the World Cup, which is still in their blood. The pain is still in it. Because they were we are glorious now. We are World Cup winners. We are World Cup champions. Not 1 or 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's show the world that we are still the Italy they know. Albeit us not qualified for the World Cup. Let's see what we can do in the Nations League. What's it called? Spain, Croatia, and the last team that qualified, Netherlands, are actually looking good. But I cannot rule Italy out from winning it because they have the most to lose if they do not win it. Because these other teams, the remaining 3 teams in this team, they are in the final 4. They are in the World Cup. They have
so they have a shot for another title, this year.
This year, but Italy, they only have what's called the
Nations League, and that's next year anyway.
Next year, so great for them, and the boys for the Italy team is superb.
They've been that good, as a matter of fact. Let's move over now to the Netherlands, where the Dutch side were able to show their class as they finished winners of Group D right there, topping the likes of Belgium, Poland, and Wales. The last encounter had them facing Belgium with a 1-0 from the unlikeliest of goal scorers. Talking about Virgil van Dijk. And talk about how dominant the Netherlands team they have been. They have quality for these, and they're showing that. Are we seeing them perhaps get the Nations League title this time around?
They are the favorites, actually. They are, because they out of the 4 finalists, right? They finished with the best point tally in the group. And apart from the points tally, they seem like the more complete team overall, from their back line to the midfield to the front line to the bench. Actually, they have good players there, and it's not only the good players. It's the fact that they have a veteran coach in Louis van Gaal who knows about coordinating boys to win stuff. This is not the first time.
It's his first rodeo, absolutely.
Yeah, so he knows the drill, he knows everything. It's looking good for the Netherlands national team. So the World Cup is close. They are going to have a shout at the World Cup, but the Nations League is where they should be more focused on, because that's where they have the easiest access to win it. The World Cup is 32 teams now. Yeah. 32 teams is not going to be easy. Out of those 32 teams, 20 are just there to participate. 12
are the big boys.
They're part of the 12. No
absolutely.
But out of those 12, are they part of the top 5, top 6?
That's quite a ask, but we absolutely cannot rule them out, and it's gonna be nice to see a feisty encounter right there. I cannot wait for the Mundial. Apparently, we're already talking about it.
Samba, Ibrahimadinho.
Please, thank you very much.
I'm in Brasilia for the World Cup.
Of course, we are also live on TikTok, so TikTokers, let us know what you think across the games that we've already talked about for Nigeria and Algeria. Talking about the Netherlands, the finalists of the Nations League, Netherlands, Spain, Croatia, as well as Italy right there. Now let's move over to I was about to say one game. Round of games that we're looking forward to seeing. Let's talk about the derbies that we have waiting for in the Premier League. I'm doing like this, let me crack my knuckles because it's about to go down. Arsenal taking Tottenham, the North London derby. Arsenal They've lost one game so far this season. 18 points they have to their name. The first big boy that they faced so far was Manchester United, which they stumbled.
Yeah, they
Now
stumbled.
they're facing a Tottenham Hotspur that boasts of stars, not just from on the pitch, talking about the players, but also the quality of their coach. What are we expecting in this game?
Feisty encounter, really feisty encounter.
I love it.
End to end, from the last of the whistle to the end. I'm expecting a very, very tough game. I'm just hoping and I'm praying and I'm wishing Tottenham don't, how would I put it,
Don't fall off
cover
the
into
cards.
go into the shells like they did against Chelsea, where we're expecting them to blow Chelsea away. But
They were not all that, but they got a point.
But they got a point. But this, I don't see them giving Arsenal any slack. They know Arsenal is top of the table. They know a win for them will take them top of the table, regardless of what Manchester City. No, keeping
Their
in
title
mind
point, yeah, their
Manchester
title
City
point.
with Man United game comes out with. But this is going to look. It's not looking. This is going to be a classic game. This is Arteta against Conte. Arteta got 6 points. Conte was the coach last season. Arteta got all 6 points against him last season.
Yeah.
Conte doesn't forget that kind of things. He does not. And now he has more firepower. He has quality for days in every position. Arteta too. Because Arteta,
Absolutely, yeah.
Arsenal went to the market, got the players they needed.
Exciting young stars.
It's like these two actually are the best transfer markets.
The kind of business they did.
Apart from Erling Haaland,
Yeah.
transfer to Man
No, with the
City.
numbers, actually, Tottenham boasted about 6 players,
Yeah.
new players coming into the squad. For
All
Arsenal as
quality
well.
players.
For Arsenal as well, they had a couple of signings. Talk about the young Brazilian Marquinhos. I mean, and and Jesus has been impeccable for Arsenal. Let's talk
Is it the
about that.
goals? Is it the assists? Is this his overall contribution? I won't lie. I've been actually very impressed with his layout, with his turn up for Arsenal. Is looking beautiful. The fact that Tottenham were actually in the race to sign him before he decided to go to Arsenal is actually beautiful.
And let's see what's going to happen at the Emirates. I can't wait
I
for that
can't
one.
wait. Jesus against Richarlison. Come on.
Quite the game, absolutely.
Come on.
Quite the game. All right, away from that, let's talk about the Manchester Derby, where we're going to be drawing the curtains. But let's talk about the kind of firework we're expecting to see. We're talking about Erik ten Hag in his first Manchester Derby, with a perennial winner in Pep Guardiola, with an Erling Haaland that's been in. It's actually fantastic. Fantastically. Hey, God.
He's been in alien form.
He's been in incredible
Alien.
form. You
thought
have
this was-
United getting Tony. Had a blistering start to his debut against Arsenal. He had a great game. The next game against Sociedad, not all that great.
Not all that great.
You have Martinez for United,
Who has been there?
like plug and play.
Plug and play straight
Got
up.
into that defense and he's shocked it so well. What's the battle we're expecting to see? Who versus who? For me, off the top of my head, I'm looking at Haaland versus Martinez.
Yeah.
I want to see what that matchup is going to
It's
be
gonna
like.
But
You know?
to an extent, I was discussing with one of my friends this morning. I was like, I feel Haaland, what's his name? Lisandro Martinez is going to be protected by Erik ten Hag if he knows his onions, which I know he does. Look, get Casemiro, get either Casemiro or Scott McTominay. Let them man-mark.
Haaland?
No, let them man-mark Haaland. One of them should man-mark Haaland all through the game. Let one of them marry Kevin De Bruyne too. Marry those.
But you know, it's,
But when I'm sorry, when we're actually talking about this thing, if you get this one, if you engage this player with this player and engage this other player with this other player, you are leaving space for Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden.
yeah.
That is how beautiful it's going to be. I want to see the explosive game. So
And
that is the defense
there's
line
another
of Manchester
battle. There's
United.
another
How
battle
about the
to-
people at the front?
Is that a battle we're not talking about from United side? Christian Eriksen.
Who wants to hold Eriksen right now?
Eriksen has been. Hold on, it's Eriksen. I know they're playing. I mean, Eriksen for United. You have De Bruyne
Yeah,
for. These are the two boys. My bad. I said men. Beg your pardon.
Mr. Boy.
Who are going to be? Let's give them their due. Men. Who are going to be dictating the play
Yeah.
for each of their sides? Both of them absolutely technical. They can
Super technical.
switch. They know how to turn the lock. A game is getting difficult to get one pass. They split your defense open.
Everything
This
boss.
is for me. It's oh.
Because it looks like Eriksen, right? Clinical, technical, Kevin De Bruyne, clinical, technical. Kevin De Bruyne has Rodri to protect him when he's...
Exactly, Casemiro to protect. Oh,
See me dance.
I want it. Give it to me.
The fact that I'm actually that's because I'm going to be a neutral watching it.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be beautiful.
Both of them should lose.
See, I want goals. Galore.
All right. See, we are all stoked for this game, and there are a couple of other games, but of course, there's going to be another edition of football analysis before these games actually do start. So we cannot wait to get into all that and more. But just look forward to these games and enjoy and savor it. Absolutely, it's about time for us to get ourselves out of the studio because we cannot use a rope to tie day or tie time. Sorry, my bad. I tried to translate Yoruba directly to English, and it's a disaster to do that. All right, guys, have a fabulous, fabulous day. Make sure you stay safe and prioritize your safety. Final words, is Baba.
The El Sakiko is coming up this weekend as well. Leicester City versus Nottingham Forest is the El Sakiko who's going to get sacked, but
before the end of October.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they still have their job, and September is almost over. So let's see.
After the first week of October, one of them is going to get sacked. But that's still it. Ibrahim Adinho out. Samba boys. I am Samba.
You know what they say about human beings liking good things? Imported to Brazil because they saw the kind of stars they have.
I have players there.
You're Nigerian. You have no choice.
Who are you supporting for the World Cup?
France.
Yeah, we see Nigerian.
But I'm not changing my name. Bye, guys.
Adinho to the back. Ibrahim Adinho.
Bye, guys. Abake Adinho will not make sense. So, bye, guys. Have a fabulous day.